All right, guys. So a lot of conservatives are probably looking at this news that the Biden administration is working with industry to develop COVID-19 passports as a "I told you so" moment, right? Because a lot of people have been calling this. They've been saying that in order for you to travel or to get anywhere or for you to do anything or, be welcomed back into regular life, you're going to have one of these vaccine passports. Now, I want to make it very clear, right? For the YouTube admins, disclaimer here. I'm not pushing any conspiracies about anything, right? I am simply reporting the news that has been verified by multiple reliable outlets, okay? This is Fox News, right? I hope you take Fox News. But this right here is fact. This is not a conspiracy, okay? This is things that private industry is coming up with. And you guys should not be surprised because this is kind of the natural result of capitalism, right? And people should be expecting of this. Companies are going to try to take advantage of the opportunity to identify people who've been vaccinated, right? And the government is going to see this as a political opportunity to try to use this as a way to incentivize people to get vaccinated, right? That's just kind of how things work. So nobody should really be surprised by this development. But for a lot of you guys, I do know this is a "I told you so" kind of moment. So let's get into this. Along with private technology and travel companies, the Biden administration is working to develop credentials referred to as passports, health certificates, or travel passes, showing proof of vaccination as individuals and businesses emerge from lockdown, the Washington Post reported Sunday. Okay, so y'all know liberal outlet Washington Post reported this, so it's not a conspiracy. Or, who knows? Maybe it is, because it's not like the Washington Post is a real reliable outlet anyway, so who knows? I could be wrong about this. Airline and business groups have been lobbying the White House to take the lead in setting standards for health passes. They believe that would avoid a hodgepodge of regional credentials that could cause confusion among travelers and prevent any single health certificate from being widely accepted. According to the Washington Post, the administration's efforts are housed in offices of the Health and Human Services, with the White House this month taking a bigger role coordinating government agencies involved in the work, led by coronavirus coordinator Jeff Zients. Quote, "Our role is to help ensure that any solutions in this area should be simple, free, open source, accessible to people both digitally and on paper, and designed from the start to protect people's privacy," Zients said at a March 12th briefing. All right, guys. So real quick, because Ron DeSantis is going to lay the wood on this idea of vaccine passports, which I'm going to play for you guys in a second. But in terms of the overall effectiveness, in terms of trying to incentivize people to get the vaccine, I know me personally, I wasn't planning on getting it because I'm young. I already had the virus before. I would let other people who are more needy go in front of me, right? And kind of see how things work out. And then make my decision in terms of what I'm going to do once the most neediest have received this vaccine, okay? I'm using my young person privilege card here, okay? However, I was planning on traveling out of the country come this fall, right? And now that this whole vaccine passport thing has come up, if they require it for international travel, then I honestly might just have to get it. So in terms of the effectiveness, trying to get people motivated to actually take the thing, yeah, this would be very, very effective because I would be one of those people that would have to get it if I want to travel, right? Which I do plan on doing that at some point. So, hey, it is what it is. But let's listen to Ron DeSantis, the governor of Florida, go in on this idea of vaccine passports. Take a listen.
I just wanted to make some comments. And I've said stuff previously, but we are not supporting doing any vaccine passports in the state of Florida. No one was more aggressive about getting this out. If you look at all the different points throughout Florida, whether it's a hospital, county health department, a retail pharmacy, a drive-through sites, church sites, all this stuff. It's important, but we always said we want to provide it for all, but mandate it for none. And that was something that, while it was advised to take, particularly if you're vulnerable, we were not going to force you to do it. So there was never under discussion any mandates to take vaccines. We will not have COVID vaccines mandated in Florida. The flip side of that, though, with these vaccine passports is it's completely unacceptable for either the government or the private sector to impose upon you the requirement that you show proof of vaccine to just simply be able to participate in normal society. You want to go to a movie theater? Should you have to show that? No. You want to go to a game? No. You want to go to a theme park? No. So we're not supportive of that. I think it's something that people have certain freedoms and individual liberties to make decisions for themselves. I also wonder, it's like, okay, you're going to do this, and then what, give all this information to some big corporation? You want the fox to guard the hen house? I mean, give me a break. I think this is something that has huge privacy implications. It is not necessary to do. We're going to have hit 3.5 million seniors that have gotten shots sometime this week, likely 75% of seniors. It's important to be able to do it, but at the same time, we are not going to have you provide proof of this just to be able to live your life normally. And I'm going to be taking some action in an executive function, emergency function here very shortly. But I just spoke with the speaker about it, and I'm telling Wilton publicly, so hopefully he agrees with me. But we need the legislature to come in and just say this is not happening in Florida.
All right, guys, so you heard it. My boy, Ron DeSantis. Okay, Ron DeSantis said provide for all, mandate for none. Okay, and like I said, man, I agree with that. I don't think that this is something that should be necessary for people to rejoin on normal life, right? Like, if you want to go to a theme park, if you want to go, to the playground or to a movie theater, to a restaurant, like, having this thing, man, it does seem to be one of those things that is out of a conspiracy theorist playbook. It just kind of does, right? It doesn't feel right. Okay. And I'm glad to see that Ron DeSantis is stepping up here and, saying that he's going to take action against this in the state of Florida. Because, again, guys, he's not saying he wants to ban it or he doesn't want it to exist. He's just saying, listen, I don't think it should be mandatory. Okay. If you want to have one, that's fine. Who cares? But, it should not be something that's mandatory for people to return back to normal life. And, with that being said, man, I'm watching Ron DeSantis, and the more I listen to him, the more I just watch his mannerisms. It's almost like he's a more well put together Trump, right? In terms of kind of, the way he carries himself, the things that he speaks about, the things he advocates for. Like, at this point, man, he's clearly the front runner in 2024. I mean, he's running away with it, right? In terms of GOP nomination. I mean, at this point, I think he would be competitive with Trump. I really do. Now, do I think he would beat Trump? Probably not, but I think he would be highly, highly competitive. Okay. And I mean, he's basically saying and doing all the right things. He really is. He's running his state excellent, right? It's a purple state. I mean, this is a state that voted to legalize medical marijuana and increase the minimum wage $15 an hour. Not that I agree with it, $15 an hour minimum wage, but I'm just saying, like, he obviously has the ability to govern a state that has mixed views and to preserve freedom, while at the same time, hey, he governing a state that tends to lean a little bit more liberal on some things. Okay. And to me, he just seems to be the perfect candidate for the GOP come 2024. He doesn't have a stain on him. He's just like I said, he's just saying and doing all the right things. And this is just another one of those issues where he's knocked it out of the park, as governor, and he's definitely, on the right side in regards to this issue. But overall, guys, that's Ron DeSantis on that. I definitely think that this will affect a lot of people, right? If this is something that's actually mandated, I'm not sure. I'm just reporting the news. It would definitely affect me. It would definitely forced me to get it earlier than I was planning on getting it. So we'll see what happens. But let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.